Welcome to Culture Currency, where we decode the value of representation in today's society. If this is your first time listening, my name is Savannah, aka Staff Low. Today, we're exploring how Black women in government, especially those in filmed or public-facing roles, are perceived and portrayed. Before we dive in, let's name something that's often felt but rarely said. When Black women step into public leadership, they don't just carry their credentials. They carry centuries of expectation, resistance, and projection. Their visibility is celebrated, yes, but it's also dissected. Every outfit, every expression, every pause becomes a moment to be judged, questioned, or misinterpreted. And that's not just uncomfortable, it's exhausting. Let's start with the tension between visibility and scrutiny. Being seen doesn't always mean being respected. Remember when Representative Jasmine Crockett was interrupted during a House hearing by Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who said,
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't just a jab. It was a public attempt to diminish her credibility through appearance-based ridicule, completely unacceptable and inappropriate. And you know it's not new. Michelle Obama spent 8 years as First Lady under a microscope. Conservative media outlets constantly criticized her looks, her tone, even her arms. She was called unpolished, angry, and worse, all while leading national health initiatives and redefining the role of First Lady. Before you take a listen to the next clip, I want you to sit back and think of another First Lady who has made tremendous contributions and impacts the way that Michelle Obama has made. I'll wait. Take a listen to this.
Michelle, Merchant of Death Obama.
The bitter half of the Obama administration.
Maybe we should call her Lady Michelle Obama.
It's like we have a king and queen.
Michelle Obama is so like the Duchess when she speaks
kind of
about.
annoying,
She is. By the way,
how well
they're
could
not
she
just.
be eating? She needs to drop a few.
Melania Trump is spectacular in every way, and she is a dazzling representative of the United States.
She is a woman of strength and should be revered, not made fun of.
The woman is beautiful inside and out.
Melania Trump is one of the classiest, most elegant, smartest women I know.
And it's impossible for people not to have the pants charmed off of them when she shows up.
America and the world seems to have fallen in love with the First Lady, Melania Trump.
Michelle Obama, she may not be proud of her country, but she's certainly proud of her wardrobe.
The First Lady was caught on camera wearing shorts. And some people think this is a big no-no for a First Lady. The First Lady was also criticized for wearing a sleeveless gown to the inaugural ball.
When she opened up the White House vegetable garden, she was wearing a pair of boots that cost $775.
Running around in almost a $7,000 jacket really sends a conflicting message.
One of the most accomplished First Ladies in history was relentlessly reduced to her appearance. Her arms, her outfits, even her facial expressions became national talking points. And let's be honest, that wasn't just about fashion. It was about control, about discomfort with a Black woman occupying space, power, and influence unapologetically. When the media fixates on how she looks instead of what she leads, it sends a message that Black women must earn respect, not just through excellence, but through conformity. And that's not just unfair. It's exhausting. The media often frames Black women as combative or unqualified, even when their credentials are stellar. It's a subtle but powerful form of bias. It's not just what's said, it's how it's said. The tone, the headlines, the selective clips. It all shapes how public sees us. From Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to run for president, to Lisa Cook, the first black woman confirmed to the Federal Reserve Board, black women have always had to prove they belong twice over. Ketanji Brown, their qualifications are questioned, their presence is politicized. The camera can either amplify their leadership or distort it, depending on who's behind the lens. Let's talk about the digital lens, how social media reacts to black women in power. Of course, we just saw with Michelle Obama and Jasmine Crockett, the moment exploded online, but most people only saw the insult, not the context. Same with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris's tan suit became a lightning rod for media mockery, echoing the scrutiny Barack Obama faced, but with added layers of gender and racial bias. Her fashion choices were dissected, not just for style, but as political statements, often overshadowing her work. When Vice President Kamala Harris wore a tan suit to the Democratic National Convention in 2024, the internet lit up. Conservative commenters and social media critics quickly jumped in, calling the outfit unprecedented, too casual, and even a distraction. The backlash mirrored the infamous 2014 moment when President Barack Obama wore a tan suit and was accused of lacking seriousness while discussing national security. Yet, instead of focusing on her speech or platform, headlines zeroed in on the outfit. The tan suit became shorthand for political shade, but also a reminder of how black women in power are often reduced to their wardrobe choices. This wasn't an isolated incident. Harris has faced repeated scrutiny for her fashion, from her Converse sneakers to her pearl necklaces. Each choice is dissected, often with undertones of disrespect or dismissal. The tan suit saga shows how media coverage can distort public perception, turning style into scandal while ignoring substance. Despite the challenges, black women are reclaiming their image through platforms they control: podcasts, social media, independent media outlets. That's the shift. And an educated black woman is the nation's worst nightmare. Black women, continue to do your thing. One thing about it, our voices will be heard at all times. Moving from being filmed to being the filmmaker, from being the headline to writing the story. Let's keep challenging the lens and amplifying the truth. Thanks for tuning in to Culture Currency. From being filmed to being the filmmaker. From being the headline to writing the story. Thanks for tuning in to Culture Currency. Let's keep challenging the lens and amplifying the truth.